Just need to bend it back and honestly, replace the screws. It should be fine. We will straighten it out. I might have to hammer this out. Time to repair the chassis. First thing, I'm going to have to remove everything here in the front. Hopefully it'll be okay. I've already taken a look here at the screws. I could tell 2 are regular 2mm and 1 is a completely destroyed Phillips screw. Now I've already attempted all the screwdrivers possible. Phillips will not go and a flathead will not make it either. That means we're going to have to use the problem solver, the Dremel cutoff wheel. There we go. I've made enough of a slot. I'm not sure because it looks like the screw itself, it is so damaged here on that front side. It might not even turn out. I'm going to try a screwdriver. Let's see. Alright, that's a no. It's in there. It's in there. I'm not going to force it. Let me remove the rest of these screws first. These come out just fine. Then I'm going to deal with the troublemaker. The bumper is almost moving. Really not that big of a deal, guys. All we have to do is bend back this portion. Maybe I'll have to remove this front lower suspension arm. We'll see. I think I've managed to do it. I had to butcher the hell out of this screw. But you know what? Sometimes that is what it takes. Let's see. Oh yeah. It's moving. It's moving. Not moving too great. But I only need really a couple turns there. It will be out. And the front bumper here has also been removed just to aid a little bit of this. There you go, guys. Look at that. One stubborn screw removed. Oh man, almost cut my fingers there. It's very sharp. My fingers are already in really bad shape. That's what it takes. There it is, one stubborn screw. Fully butchered and fully removed. Now we can remove the bumper holder here in the front. I will wash it, check that out. There are lock nuts on the other end. I want to be careful with this, not to break it. Well, this does not look great, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. With the front end fully disassembled, we could take a close look. Now I do notice it does look like there's a part here that is broken off, and that looks like it should be connected to the front bumper holder itself. But honestly, it does not seem like a functional part for really anything other than maybe making this more of a solid piece here. There's still 3 screws normally holding this to the bottom of the chassis. Now, suspension is still pretty smooth. When I press it down, the shocks are not bent at all. They rebound normally. The metal hinge pin brace here is not bent. None of the suspension arms are broken. The geometry seems to be correct. It looks like we just need to bend the chassis itself back. I might wind up disassembling a little bit more here, but we will see. I just need to bend it back and honestly, replace the screws. It should be fine. I've had to take apart a little more than expected. Because the bend of this chassis is quite significant. So I basically just removed this whole front upper bulkhead, the diff. It's still all in one piece. Going to try to use this pretty giant vise. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, well, we're gonna get some attitude adjuster giant pliers. Let's see what it's gonna take. I'm going to try my best. Maybe a couple different angles here. We will straighten it out. Okay, here we go. So far, this is what we got. We still got ourselves a pretty proverse bend. Time to apply the pressure. Seems to be working. Step 2, we need an attitude adjustment. Pliers. So it appears I did bend back the chassis somewhat, but we need a little bit more. Oh man, look at all that awesome oil. That was just from today's start video before. Running rich and loud usually results in a little bit of a dirty spot. Okay, let's see. So it's still crooked, but I'm going to try to do this gently. Not awesome yet. Definitely not awesome yet. This is really tough. I'm barely even honestly able to bend this. I'm gonna have to go hammer this out. I might have to hammer this out. Do you see how bad my hair looks? That is how many attempts it took me to make this straight. But guys, take a look at it. I'm gonna hold it right now, basically level with the horizon of the screen you're looking at. Take a look at this front chassis plate. It's straight, I gotta tell you. I did a good job. I had to use the vise a couple more times. I had to bang it out a couple times. Yeah, it's fairly straight. There might be a little bit of a small kick up here, but I think it won't be really noticeable. Only thing this really kind of does, there might be a little bit of a kick up here in the front, but I think it'll be fine. In reality, once I secure this bumper, it should balance itself out. So it's gonna go on like this. As I hold it here from the front position, you can't even tell that it was in a first state with a curb. Let me put this back together, and guys, we have sorted. We have made another Nitro great again. Operation Make Kyosho Great Again with tactical bend it back operations has been a success. Only thing is, I destroyed one screw, didn't I? I need another screw. Well, check this out, guys. We got ourselves an original set of Kyosho screws, what they call the racing box. So we need ourselves a machine screw of this kind to basically thread into the lock nut. Let's see, hopefully Kyosho didn't include nothing but Phillips. Alright, yeah, I could see a good amount of machine screws, lock nuts, regular screws in there, Phillips. I guess Kyosho was stuck on Phillips, huh? That's alright. Kyosho made great again. One step and one screw at a time. If you smell what the Nitro gang is cooking.
So fine, but her breath is like, she say she wanna dance, but she don't know how to.